Hey, hi, welcome back. Now let's start with the part 3 of Introduction to Schematic Editor. Now in previous video, we completed Add Parts option, and in this video, we are going to cover 4 options which are Info, Show, Group and Move. So I will walk you through all these options step by step, okay? And now let's start with this video. So the first option that you can see here, it's actually Info option. Now what's the purpose of this option? So if I select this option and if I click on this plus icon, I'm going to click the left click of mouse. So you can see it's going to, this particular dialog box will appear and it's going to show you the information related to this particular IC, which is IC 555. So you can see here, the package of this IC is given, which stands for SOIC-8. So, there are actually multiple packages in this world, okay, for different ICs. So you don't need to remember all the packages. Even I don't remember all the packages, although I have 5 years of experience, okay. So, once you start working on the projects, when you will create multiple projects or when you will work on multiple products, then automatically you will remember these packages, okay. So you don't need to bother about these packages at this moment, okay, or the name of packages. After that, MNP, which stands for manufacturer part number. So this is actually the manufacturer part number NE555DR. And this particular part number or this IC is manufactured by this company, which is Texas Instrument. So with the help of this option, you will actually get this information like what's the name of this IC, what's the package of this IC, and what's the manufacturer name for this particular IC. In the same way, if I select on this plus icon, then it's going to, or you will get the information regarding this particular component, which is, you can see here, not much information is given in this library related to this resistor. Only the package related information is there, which is R0805, okay. So 0805 is actually the package of resistor that we have already discussed, okay. And this component belongs to this library, which is RCL. So this is how basically this option is helpful, Info option. Now let's discuss about this option, which is Show option. Now in order to explain this option, what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to use this NAT option. Because in order to explain this option, I have to connect the NAT, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this pin, which is pin number 5 of this IC to this particular pin of this resistor or this terminal of this resistor. So we need to check now whether there is a connection between pin number 5 of this IC and this terminal of resistor or not, okay. So in order to check that, what we do, we actually select this option, which is Show option, okay. So if I click on this, then you can see pin number 5 of this IC is highlighted. Along with that, this particular terminal of this resistor is also highlighted, which means that there is a connection between pin number 5 and this terminal of this resistor, okay. So basically this Show option helps us to check whether there is a proper connection between this pin and this pin of this resistor or not, okay. Now you will have a question that I can directly see there is a connection between this pin and this pin, okay. So how this particular option is going to be helpful to me, right? Now this schematic, when you create the schematic, there will be different blocks in the schematic, okay. And in those blocks there will be multiple components, and it might happen that the components will be placed at different location. For example, let's say that this resistor is not placed here. This resistor is placed somewhere here. Now you have to check whether there is a connection between this pin and the one terminal of that resistor here or not. So again, what you will do, you will click on this option and you will click on this NAT. So whichever NATs will be highlighted in the entire schematic, all those NATs are actually connected to this particular pin. That's the meaning of this option, okay. It helps you to check what pins are connected at what location or to what pin in the entire schematic, okay. So I hope that this particular option is now clear to you. After that, the next option is Group option. Now when I select this option, for example, if I have to make the group of these 3 resistors, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on left click of mouse, hold it, and after that I'm going to drag it over these 3 resistors. Now you can see these 3 registers are actually highlighted, which means that these 3 registers are now part of a group. Now if you want to execute different operations on these 3 registers, then you can do that. Okay, instead of executing or performing certain operation on the individual register, now you can perform that operation on the group of this register. Now next option is move option. Okay, now here these 3 registers are already selected. Now if I have to move these 3 registers from this location to another location, then what I will do, I will select this option, which is move option, and after that I will click on right click of mouse, and after that I will click on left click of mouse. Okay, so move group I will select, and now I can move these register wherever I want. Okay, in this entire schematic. So let me place this register at this location. Okay, so these 3 registers are now placed here. Now again, how can I use this move option? For example, if I have to place this individual register, again I will click on left click of mouse, I will select this register, and after that if I want to place it here, then I can place it here like this. Okay, after that if I have to move this track, then again I will select this option. Not every time you have to select, you can see here it's already highlighted, which means that this option is selected. Okay, so this is how basically by clicking the left click of mouse I can move this track like this. Okay, now if you see here, this is actually the designator of this register. R4 is the designator for this register, then R1 is the designator for this register. Now here if you see, this designator is actually not on the grid. So this is actually the grid, grid point, then this is the grid point, then this is the grid point. And if you see, this designator is actually somewhere inside the grid. Okay, we don't want that, right? So what I'm going to do, again I will select this move option, which is already selected. Here I will press the control button of the keyboard, and after that I will click on left click of mouse. Now you can see it automatically jumped to the grid. So this is how basically you can bring this designator on the grid with the help of this control button. Okay, so this is how you can move this designator on the grid. Okay, I hope that this move option is now clear to you. In next video, we will see some more options. So that's what I wanted to discuss in this video. Now I will see you in next video.